Hi, this is Jeff from Airstream Nerds. A little while back, I did a product review of a Carlock device that plugged into your vehicle. And that basically gives you tracking ability, also track the driving habits, and let you know what was going on. They've come out with a new product, which is a portable unit that you can use, put in your trailer, put in other vehicles without the need of plugging it in. Now, it is a rechargeable battery. Batteries, what I've told, last about 2 weeks. And they've also come out with a waterproof container that has magnets on it that you can stick under wheel wells, things like that. These would work real well on utility trailers, large construction equipment, campers, Airstreams, basically anything that moves that you want to track. The only caveat is, like I said, they said about a 2-week battery time, so you want to make sure that you at least visit your vehicle every 2 weeks or so to make sure the batteries are still charged and it's still working. Otherwise, you can't track it. I'm going to put the link to the review below of the product that I did last year, and when I come right back, we'll take a look at this and we'll see what comes with the package and we'll get it set up.
Airstream song, cruising to the campsite singing our song. Airstream song, we are the Airstream Nerds.
Okay, so some nice box, comes in a nice small box. It is Apple and Android compatible. Based on the previous hardware, you can also go onto a regular computer web page and activate it and use it and check the locations and things like that. So you don't just have to have a smartphone or something like that. So here's the device. Now it's about 3 inches by 1.5 inches by 1 inch. It's got a big button on the front. It's got some lights on the it's got a GPS light, notification light, a power light, and a CEL light. There is a mini USB plug on the side. It is charged. As you can see, I've got a GPS light blinking. Now, I haven't looked at any of the manuals, so I'm not quite sure what the lights mean. We'll figure that out here in a few. It comes with an activation card. Other side is the activation code and the serial number of the device. You use the information on this side of the card here to set up your device on their page. And in the bottom of the box is a power block with a USB connector on it to charge it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in real quick and let it charge while we talk about it. So this particular model, or this particular package that I received does not have a manual, but this was a pre-production model. So I am sure that there are manuals in the new ones. This is also one of the first cases. Let's check this out. Now this this piece of hardware is a nice solid piece of hardware. If you've ever picked up an Apple TV, this is kind of excuse me, this is kind of what this feels like. It feels solid like the block from an Apple TV. Those Apple TVs. Now the case, the storage case, is a very hard plastic solid device. The magnets are pretty heavy. It's definitely causing, definitely causing me to rotate it because of the weight. There is also the lid has screws, so this makes this thing weather resistant. It also comes with the 2 screws, and I'm not sure what the little rubber squares are. I think this is to add to the lid, because there's already a pad there, just to keep this device from rattling around inside of the case. Again, this model is a pre-production model, and I'm sure there will be more information in the future when you actually purchase one of these. So far, I'm loving it. If this is something I can throw in my Airstream, plug it in somewhere underneath something where it's not readily visible. Most of the time when people are stealing our campers, when it does happen, unfortunately, they're basically just hooking it up and running. And at least you would be aware you can set this thing up to notify you when there's movement and things like that. So you'd be at least notified when your protected thing is moving, which is a good thing. So I'm going to go ahead and activate this, and I'll be right back. Now I've had a chance to play with it a little bit, but I wanted to talk more about this outdoor case for it. The magnets on it are pretty strong. So they should stick pretty good inside of a frame or something like that that's steel, that you can get this to stick on. The device fits right in it. The cover's got these pads, and that's what these spare pads are for. So when you screw it down, it actually will seal and it keep it from rattling in there. And I did find out how sensitive this thing is. Now it's charged up right now. But basically, if you're set it down too hard, it will go off, and it just vibrates and it sends a signal to your computer or your phone or whatever, to let you know that there was vibration, which could come up as harsh braking or whatever. I'm not sure. There it goes. I'm going to set up, and when I get back, we're going to take a look at what the readouts are on the different devices, and see how this thing sends data. So this is my iPad. This is what it's going to look exactly like this on your phone. This actually turns the device on and off. So you can see it turns red, lets you know that you're not that it's not tracking. That turns it back on, which then will allow you to use the GPS functionality. Now, on the phone, you have a couple buttons here. That's a centering button. So if you move the map around, zoom in, zoom out, you're going to get that button there. And what that does is, it, just like any other GPS, it allows you to center it. And this here is the button where your stats are going to be. So now this device has been heavily used, as you see, 6 hours and 36 minutes, 177 miles. And when it's being used, it uses more battery. So this is from Saturday, or actually from Friday. At Friday morning, it was at 100%. So it is now Monday night. So we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So we got 4 3/4 days, and we're at 66%. So if you're putting this in like your kid's vehicle to you know, they're just got their license and you want to see what kind of driving they're doing, you can see that you're going to get about a week. But if it's sitting in a camper, kind of in standby mode, not really transmitting, not like transmitting maps because it's moving. When it's moving, it uses more batteries, obviously. I was told 2 weeks. You can expect 2 weeks of time on this. If you look at the menus, that's just your general share, help, support, blah, blah, blah. But this is the menus down here that you're really looking at. This is your dashboard. This just tells you how much battery, and like I said, your miles and the length of time that has been on. Here's your log. So what this does is it goes through all the trips, when the device was connected. Here's a vibration was detected when I set it down. You can see other vibrations when it gets banged around. Like I said, it's pretty sensitive. And if you click on one of these, vibration detected, it'll tell you where it happened by a map. When the device is connected, it'll tell you, well, this is my house. So when you want to go hit the trip, it'll show you the route that you took, the trip, and well, this is the end. So this is basically trip is still in progress because we just got home. Here's the next trip. This was just a short trip out to dinner. And if you followed it, there's another trip that's going to Washington, D.C. But you can see that it shows all those trips. Shows you driving, what your miles, how long you were in the car, and so forth. You have your settings page. You have so many SMSs and so many calls as part of your package. You can turn on speeding. So if you're using this to monitor a new driver or something like that, or even in my case a older family member who has some brain issues, you can set these so you'll know that you'll get notified when some stuff happens. You can set the units to metric or imperial. It really is a cool little device. It can also go into for your health app. Not sure where what that has to do. I think it's more for the motion of the phone or whatever. But I think it's a really cool device. I like it for the possibility as a security device for my camper. Like I said, you can plug this thing in and you can pretty much put it anywhere you want in your camper. I would suspect that when someone is stealing your camper, they're not going inside of it first. They're basically going to hook it up as fast as they can and pull out. Meanwhile, you'll get a notification that this thing is starting to move and you can spring into action. Now, maybe a little trick, if you're going to have this thing plugged in, it doesn't really look like much to a criminal or to anybody. Maybe put a piece of black tape around this so the lights aren't lit up, so it just looks like maybe a phone charger or a battery pack to a camera or something like that. It'll basically put it in stealth mode so they can't see the labels. No one's going to have a daggone clue what this thing is. I certainly wouldn't. I'd look at it I would look at it and go, maybe it's even if you look at the back, it doesn't have any description of what it is, just a part number. Now, of course, at some point they're going to figure out what it is, but just for the casual criminal, they're going to not have a clue know what it is. Anyway, just my 2 cents. I think it's a cool product. I definitely give it a thumbs up. I'm going to put it in our camper. I'm going to plug it in, and I'm going to use it. Just peace of mind. Even though my camper sits in my yard, there's nothing to stop anybody from just pulling in my driveway and leaving with my camper when we're not home. Anyway, again, check out the links below. Please subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Please comment below, ask me questions. If you have any more input or have any experience yourself with one of these devices or one of these types of devices or a better device, please hit like. If you hit a dislike, please just comment and let me know why. Is it the quality? Is it the physical product itself? Is it me? Just give me an idea. Anyway, again, Carlock. Carlock Portable. It's a great device. My experiences so far have been pretty good with this company. Now I did get this for free, but this is not a biased opinion. I definitely this is my experiences with it. This is straight what I want to say. They don't tell me that I have to give them a good opinion. Matter of fact, I did the review on the old product, and they sent me I asked when I saw a article about it. I asked if I could do a review on this product because I wanted to try it out for my own use. Again, I really like it. I think it's super useful. It's not that expensive per year. I think it's something like $100 per year. Anyway, this is Jeff from Airstream Nerds. Go get you one. See you on the next trip.